what has being a chef taught you about life?
What's it taught me about life?
Yes.
That's heavy, man. That's deep. I think I remember, this is just an analogy, I remember my first trip to Bangkok, to Thailand, and there was a woman making somtam on the side of the road, and she was slicing tomatoes. And then she looked at a knife, she's going like this, and it wasn't very sharp. She stood up and she was scraping out on the concrete pole, like this, and she's like, oh yeah, sharp again. And I thought that kind of resourcefulness and that kind of ingenuity is something that we should always, I must have 50, 60 knives, but I only use the diamond, steel, and the stone. But if you don't have, you don't have. So you can be resourceful. The whole thing about peaks and troughs in nature. What's that saying? I heard it on a movie one time. It said, "There's no true beauty without decay." So I really appreciate primo, perfect, beautiful ingredients. You learn to rejoice them, to praise them, and to show others, and that's that kind of respect for nature. I think comes through seeing some amazing ingredients and some unusual ingredients. I've learned a lot about myself, what I'm good at, what I'm not good at. I've learned about what happens in your head sometimes when you're extremely stressed.
Under extreme heat.
Yeah, I've learned to really appreciate humans. I've met some amazing people. I've met some, unsavory characters too, but I've met some people that in different countries and different cultures that always just show you some beautiful things. So, and I learned you never stop learning. I'm only ever as happy when I'm about to finish something. Once it's finished, it's like it finishes for me. I want to. It's gone. What's next? What's that saying? The journey is the destination. Like it's that trip, preparing it, going through that process, and realizing it. The realization is often an anticlimax for me anyway. I'm not saying it's for anyone else. You learning new things and seeing new things are future.
Wonderful. What advice would you have for young people wanting to get into this career?
Continually develop yourself. As I said before, the more resources you have as a person, the more broad your repertoire, the more useful you are to me. If you come to me and say, I can only do desserts and I can do coffees, I'll be like, well, I've got a large kitchen here. You're not that useful. If we're really, really busy, perhaps you can just do coffee. I don't know, but keep continually developing yourself, and not necessarily with skills, but I would do a bit of HR, marketing. HR and marketing, I think, are the two probably most important aspects of they were for me. Certainly knowing a little bit about food costs and wage costs, but that tends to come naturally because it's not. Get a good accountant. Know where you are. We had a great accountant in my business, so he gave us incredible advice. I remember the first summer, we had all this money coming in. We had like 100,000 in the bank, something like that. Oh, this is great. I'm going to go buy it. And then as our turnover dropped and we were paying invoices that were higher from the month before, it just disappeared. I was like, my God, where's the money going in? I'm freaking out. And he said, look, be calm. This is normal. This is normal. He said, you're paying off your loan. You've got capital expenditure. You've invested. It's good. And he gave us some really, really, really good advice to know where you are. Find out what your budget will be. This is what we did. We extrapolated and estimated what our budget would be for each month for anything, down to toothpaste and toilet paper. This is what we're going to spend on it. And that was it. That's what we spent. And we made sure we came in or below that. And so you know where you're going to be, because restaurants, if you get it wrong and you go into overdraft, you can't pay your bills, it can turn pear-shaped pretty quickly.
So there's nothing romantic about working in the kitchen at all.
It can be. Maintain integrity and always be honest. Like you know when the food is good, you know when it's not good, so you try and improve it. Don't put anything out that's too rubbish. There'll be times, and we've all been through this, where you're like, but the orders are coming in, but you've got to keep a standard, and you can't go below that, otherwise it starts to rust. Be humble. Always understand that you are part of the team, and it's the team that makes the business successful. Once you prove yourself, and when you support your team, that always pays itself off. It always comes back to you in a myriad of different ways. If you're the selfish person that's like, you know, when you're under the pump, you won't get that help. People won't be reaching out for you. And also, having a few trendy food pics on your Instagram account does not make you a chef, darling.